Hi, I'm Heidi with Onigo Stamping. Welcome to my craft corner. I'm really excited because today I have a gift idea to share with you. It is a cute decorated gift box with matching note cards and envelopes. And I have lots of ideas using different papers. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see all the different ways that you could make this fun little gift that is going to be perfect for Mother's Day, graduations, birthdays, teachers' gifts, all sorts of ideas. Those little gifts that you need to give when you just aren't quite sure what to give, right? Before I get started, if you have any questions or you need any help, I would be happy to help you with your paper crafting and rubber stamping questions. Just leave me a comment or send me an email, reach out to me. All of the dimensions and still photos for today's projects can be found on my website. You're going to find the link to my website in the description to this video. You also are going to find links to all sorts of other places to find me on social media. I would love for you to join my news list or come hang out with me over on Facebook. All right, Oni go, let's get stamping. So for today's really cute little set of note cards and envelopes that come in a gift box, I want to show you what supplies we are going to be using. I'm going to be using the Quiet Meadow stamp set just a little bit. This is brand new. This is going to be in the 2021-2022 annual catalog that comes out on May 4th. So we're going to be using this just a little bit, not too much. And then we're using the Happy Thoughts stamp set, which is just some great greetings for a whole bunch of different occasions. Congratulations, thank you, thinking of you, happy birthday, etc. There's also inside greetings in here, and it's just a fabulous set. This is in the January to June mini catalog. So that one's great. Then let me show you the stars of the show. I'm going to be using the Meadow dies. Now these match with that Quiet Meadow stamp set. They come together in a bundle in the new catalog you can get for 10% off. But you'll notice you really don't need the stamps to go with the dies or vice versa, because the stamps don't really, or the dies don't really cut out the stamps on this one. It's all about these great silhouette floral images, and we're going to use these on the cards. So beautiful die set. So that's the Meadow dies. And then we are using the Tasteful Labels dies. And these are just a set of dies. Some of them are stitched and some of them have some great embossing on the edges. These are available currently in the annual catalog. So that is the stamps and the dies. And then we are going to be using the Fine Art Floral Designer Series paper. And I've already cut this in pieces. So let me show you what we got. Here is the back with all the different kind of just patterns. Really pretty patterns that are painted. The artist who did these actually painted giant canvases, and then they made them smaller to make them into paper. So the other side all has these painted flowers on them. So pretty. So you can see those. And then there is this overlay. Let me see if I can get this going the right direction here. There we go. There are these special overlay papers that you can buy as well that have gold and silver on them, and they match up with the flowers. So you could actually put this right on a card front and have that beautiful look to it. Just haven't gotten to one of those cards yet. So let me set those aside. And don't forget, I have lots of samples to share with you. So make sure you stick around the end because I have more cards than just what I'm doing. For this project, I'm going to reach for my note cards and envelopes. Now you can see I've pretty much used up my package here, but these come in a package of 20 note cards and 20 envelopes for $7. So a really great deal. They are already pre-cut and scored for you. So I'm going to get one out to use. We'll set that aside. And then we are also going to be using, has a little schmutz on it, these acetate card boxes. Now these will fit full-size cards, but they also work really well for the note cards and envelopes. And what I love about the note cards and envelopes is that they're a little bit smaller, but they're still big enough that they can just go regular post. So let me start by putting this box together, and you'll see they come flat. And so you just kind of have to fold the other direction and give it some good creases to get it to start looking like a box. And these are just a great deal and make a really, really nice gift. Also great if you do craft fairs or things. These boxes are really excellent for that too. They're nice and heavy and sturdy. I'm just going to tuck in that flap, and then we'll fold down this top too. And you can see how quickly and easily that goes together as a little box. And just running my fingers down the creases. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close it for the time being. The first thing that I want to do is I'm going to grab a piece of that designer series paper, and this piece is 5.5 by 12 inches, and I have already scored it at 3 inches, 3 5/8 inches, 8 1/8 inches, and 8 3/4. Don't worry, all of these dimensions are on my website, and the link to my website is in the description to this video, so you can pop over there and grab the dimensions very easily. Now I'm going to fold on those score lines, and this is just going to create like a wrap to go around the outside of the box. Very, very easy. All right, so this just comes right in here, and then we're just going to glue it shut. So I'm going to grab my liquid adhesive. When I'm gluing two flaps like this together, what I like to do is I'll put a little bit of adhesive down the edge of both sides. This way you don't have to try to figure out how far to put adhesive over on this side or over here, and you still get some adhesive on both kind of ends. So that is my little trick for things like this, for belly bands and things. Oh, my cat was visiting me earlier, and he has left his fur everywhere, and it is the shedding time of the year. All right, I'm just gonna give that just a minute to glue. And then we'll turn this over, and we're going to work on some decoration. So let me show you some of these pieces. I've already cut a bunch of these pieces using those, the Meadow dies that I was showing you. Aren't they pretty? And these ones are Rococo Rose and Petal Pink. Rococo Rose is, of course, one of the retiring in colors. Some of it is sold out, but I think there's paper still available. So, all right. Let me see if I can grab my silicone craft sheet. There it is. It got a little bit buried. So I have my silicone craft sheet here, and all I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of adhesive on just like the ends of here. And I am probably getting more adhesive than what I want. So what I will do is I keep this little bit of sponge that I have put on a binder clip, and I'll just sponge that adhesive, and that kind of keeps it from getting too much adhesive all over your project and having it kind of, you know, goosh out the sides, because that happens, doesn't it? All right, so we'll just glue that. Oh, you know what? There was one thing I wanted to do before I put this all together. So the nice thing is this belly band will just kind of slide off of there, because I do want to grab the Quiet Meadow stamps. Oops, I don't need to actually open that because I have it already on a stamp over here. And this has a nice splatter stamp in it. I always love a good splatter stamp. So just push this down. I'm going to grab this splatter stamp. I'm going to use my Petal Pink ink pad because this is mostly Petal Pink here. And I'm going to just ink this up. I'm going to stamp it off on my piece of paper just to lighten it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to add it to the front of this. And this is just giving it a nice little extra something on the front there. So add that. And then I want to grab this one. I'm not going to use all of these on this project, so set this over here. We'll ink this up with just a little bit of adhesive as well. Put some dots on here. And then I'm going to take my little sponge and just sponge off some of that extra adhesive, and we'll add this layer in. And I'm gonna do one more. Let's see, do I want this one? That one's pretty. Isn't that pretty? I just love the look of these silhouettes. So put a little adhesive on here. Make sure I get caught up in what I'm doing. I forget to tell you what I'm doing. I just do it. All right, we'll give this a little splotch here. And then we will layer this one over here. How's that? Ooh. There we go. Now I'm going to grab my paper snips and I will just snip off these little ends. Just like that. I'm going to put my ink pad away before I stick my fingers in it. Silicone craft sheet. We'll slide this back onto our box now that I did that little bit of stamping. There we go. So now I have one of those, what are they? The tasteful, I keep forgetting what they're called, the tasteful labels. So this is really hard to see. I don't know if I can hold this up. I still don't think you can see it, but it has just this tiny, oh, there you go. Has just a little tiny bit of embossing right around the edges, and it just gives it a nice finished look to it. So I'm going to grab one of those happy thought stamps. I'm going to use the one that says, just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. Great for a little box of note cards and give to somebody as a gift. All right, and we'll just try to get this straight on here. And I'm just stamping this with Rococo Rose. I'm gonna grab my crinkled seam binding, and I'm just gonna tie this on the front here. We'll see how I do with my tying today. If it will be a good day or a not so good day. All right. I'm gonna go with not so good. This is not gonna be tight. Oh, it's not so bad. Not so bad, not so good, not so bad. All right. We'll just pull the ends, and we'll tighten it up again. There we go. Nice little bow on there, and then our little tag is going to go right over here, and we'll just put this on with some dimensionals. How about that? A few little Stampin' dimensionals right on here. I'm going to put a bunch so it doesn't get smushed. There we go. And now I want to grab my Take Your Pick tool, and we'll pull the backs off. This is a great way just to keep all the backs of your Stampin' dimensionals in one spot, so they might actually make it to the trash. It does take a little bit of practice though, so if you want to try it, don't expect to get it the first time round. It takes a little bit of practice to get it just right. All right, let's see. Put that right there. Trim off my end here. And there we go. Cute little box to give as a little gift. Now, what are we going to put in this? Let's make some note card. Let's make a note card to go in here. So I have another piece of the Fine Art Floral pattern paper, and I used the bumblebee piece, and then I have one of those note cards from the note cards and envelope set, and I'm just going to take this and fold it, give it a good crease. Now I have this little tag, another one of those tailored tags, and I have the Thinking of You stamp. And I'm going to stamp this with Bumblebee ink. Oh, and that was not straight at all. You know what though? I have another one of these that I already stamped earlier, and it is much straighter, so we'll use that one instead. There we go. And now I'm going to clean off those speckle stamps. This is my Stampin' Chamois. You can see how very dirty it is, but that's okay. It's just stained. I'll rinse this out and it will be fine. It's going to stay that color. You can see this is closer to the color it used to be. Eventually I might replace that, but it still works perfectly fine. So now I have some more of those speckle stamps. We'll stamp off. And again, just add these to the front just to add a little bit more texture. I'm even going to add some full strength ones. There we go. The other thing I want to stamp is I have an envelope. So I'm going to grab my envelope, and I have the flower from that Quiet Meadow stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that in Bumblebee. And then I'm going to stamp some speckles on this too. There we go. So we'll have a little matching envelope on our note card. So let's put this together. I have some pieces that I cut with the Bumblebee cardstock. And Bumblebee is one of the ink colors that is not retiring. It holds over. It's got another year. So that's exciting. It's a nice dark yellow. Just add some adhesive on here. And once again, I'm going to smoosh this with my silicone craft sheet's getting a little gluey. I'll just turn it over, wash it off soon. All right, there we go. And then this adheres to this front. I got a little bit of something on my desk there. All right, here we go. Just put that right there. And I like to combine this nice straight skinny one with some of the bigger ones. I just think it makes a nice contrast. Some of them I tried to put two flowers and they just competed with each other too much. So using kind of the long skinny ones with kind of a bigger bolder one tends to make it a little more even. All right, I'll take off some of this glue. Make it a little bit more balanced. I guess that would be the word I'm looking for. So we'll add this one to the front. And then once again, I'm going to take my paper snips. We'll just flip this over. Oh, that paper on the back is so pretty too. And one of these cards I'm going to show you, I didn't even put these silhouettes on it because it was just so pretty how it was. So now we'll add this to my note card front. This is going to go right here. And then we're just going to add that. Oops. My glue is not yet tacky enough. There we go. And we'll add this little sentiment here. And I'm just going to put that on with a dimensional as well. Oh, and then I have a bunch of samples. So I have the rest of the set of these cards to show you. I'm not going to make them all. I already have them pre-made. So I'm going to show those to you. And then I have a whole nother set using a different paper. So we'll add this right to the front. So quick and easy to put these together. Just love it. Fun little note card. So there's that note card and envelope that go together. Let me show you the rest of this set. So here is one that has some pretty peacock accents, and this color is being retired, one of the retiring ink colors. And then there's another one where I used a white kind of ferny. This is the one that I didn't even add any die cuts on it. I just put the thank you on the top on a, well, that's die cut, but I didn't add any floral to it. So isn't that pretty? I just love how these flowers come up from the bottom. So quick and easy. And then this one, and then you can see I have matching envelopes for all of these, and these just get all tucked together. Put these all in a stack, and we'll open up our little box. And these can go right inside. And just a really nice gift, great for mom, or you could make a whole set of thank you cards or something and give it to a graduate maybe, or just note cards to write home. Write home something besides just emails, right? Great little gift. So we'll tuck those right in there. Pop down the top. And there we go. There's our cute little gift. Now let me show you the other one that I have. This other one uses the Hydrangea Hill pattern paper, and here I have cut notes from using the playful alphabet dies and just put those right on the front. And this one I took the same ribbon, but I colored it with my Stampin' Blend. So I colored it Highland Heather with Stampin' Blends, and then I actually made a giant bow, and it's really tucked underneath that same tasteful label there. And then inside here, I still have another 5 cards and envelopes. So let me show you what I got in here. So there's this little thinking of you. And then we have a thank you. And this is such gorgeous paper too. And a happy birthday. And another thank you. And then again, another happy thoughts. So just really pretty paper. And once again, I have made those envelopes to match, and those just tuck inside that box, that Hydrangea Hill paper box. And so quick and easy. Gifts for mom and mom-in-law, ready to go, give them away. Thank you so much for joining me today. Wasn't that a cute little gift box and matching envelopes and all those different samples and papers? Oh, the papers are so gorgeous, and I can't wait for you to be able to get your hands on those new Meadow dies and the Quiet Meadow stamp set. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and then come on back and see me for more tips, techniques, and inspiration. Bye-bye.